So today we're getting rid of this chair and actually taking a look at what's behind me this time. And we're going to take a look at my collection that I've amassed over the years. Gonna show off a little bit, see what I've been collecting, what I've already collected, and what I plan on collecting in the future. So to do that, again, gonna have to get rid of this chair and also change up the camera a bit because obviously I can't really show it off very well sitting in this chair. Hey, so welcome to a view of the shelf without the chair. Moving the chair is actually a giant pain in the ass, so I don't normally do that, but man, it does look sick without the chair being in front of it, I gotta admit. Except the carpet illusion is kind of, I mean, that's a vibe. That's kind of neat. A triangle of wood. What do you think? Okay, so I'm going to show off every series I have. I'll talk about the figures up top too, and the figures throughout the shelf, and also briefly talk about, I have a little Blu-ray shelf over here. There's the chair, by the way. Illusion ruined. I'll talk about my little Blu-ray shelf here too in a second, but first let's talk about the main piece here. I'll just start left to right. You know, the reverse of manga. It's a damn shame. So, starting off here, of course, Dragon Ball, my favorite series of all time. I decided to, this is one of the oldest series I have, like in terms of when I bought it. You can tell by the logo. This is a pretty old one. I've had this for a very long time. And I decided to get this release, which is the 3-in-1s, because even though it has the worst paper quality you'll ever see in a manga release in your life, I just like it because it calls itself Dragon Ball the whole way through. This is the only English release that does that. And I do actually really like these covers. I think they're nice. They're not as nice as the original covers, obviously, but they're cool. Dragon Ball desperately needs a re-release. I hope it happens one day. Then, of course, we have Dragon Ball Super, which I'm up to date on. Do we have another volume? What is this? I think there's one more volume still to come out before we reach hiatus land. Dragon Ball Super is hit or miss a lot of the time, but I think it's a fun time. I enjoy it. I'll definitely read it again, so obviously I had to get it. I mean, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan, so obviously I was going to get this even if I hated it, probably, let's be honest, but it's a fun time. I like it. Then I also have spin-off manga. That time I got reincarnated as Yamcha. Very fun. I really enjoy that manga a lot, actually. I'd recommend it if you're a Dragon Ball fan. Then we got Jocko and Sandland, two of Toriyama's other series. And that's not all the Toriyama stuff I have. I have more over there. It's just I wanted to keep it somewhat neat looking. I didn't want to put like big omnibuses here, like hardcover. Sandland and Jocko, both really good. I enjoy them both a lot. Hunter x Hunter, with also this little Gon fishing. So obviously, absolutely love Hunter x Hunter. Check out my Hunter x Hunter podcast I do with my friend Dylan. If you're also a Hunter x Hunter fan, called the Hunter Association, where we talk about various Hunter x Hunter topics every week. What more can be said about Hunter x Hunter? Just absolutely masterpiece series. I love everything about it. Got it all. Obviously, waiting on volume 38, which comes out next year, unfortunately, in the States at least. I got a little Kurapika figure, which I really like. It's the only figure of him not in his like either Hunter exams or York New costumes, so that's a valuable figure. Not monetarily, but it's valuable in my heart. Then we got JJK, of course. No figures to go. Oh, wait, no, I do have a figure, actually. I have the Ghetto down there. I'll get to that in a second. Well, I'll get to that right now, actually. Why not? We get on the floor. So, yeah, I got all JJK, obviously, up to date. It's still not finished releasing here, which is pretty insane. It's so far behind. Still on 26. And then I have this Ghetto figure, which I like. Then we got the official guidebook, or the character book for JJK, which is a pretty fun read. I enjoy stuff like this. I don't have a lot of stuff like this, but I don't know. I was really into JJK. I still am, but especially when I bought that. Then we have a little Fujimoto section. This used to be bigger, but as I got more JJK volumes and stuff, I kind of had to move the rest of Fujimoto stuff over elsewhere. We got the short story collections, before Chainsaw Man, which isn't even accurate because it's also before Fire Punch, but you know, whatever. I had to put Chainsaw Man on there. Those are great. I really love these. I'd recommend picking them up if you're a fan of Fujimoto. Then, of course, Chainsaw Man, up to date. Also have Buddy Stories, which I haven't read yet, actually. It's the first thing we came across that I haven't read yet. Keep track. There's a few more. There's quite a few more. Any mangaka, any manga collector will have many things in their collection that they have not read. If you're somebody who collects manga who has read everything on your shelf, kudos to you. You're better than me by a lot. So yeah, love Chainsaw Man. Obviously, fantastic series. What more can you say? I wish the anime would come back. Tired of waiting on the movie. Then I have this lone volume of Steel Ball Run. Oh my god, I almost just ruined everything. I guess that's not on a peg. I gotta fix that. But this is just kind of here to keep Chainsaw Man from falling over. This is all of JoJo I have, by the way, unfortunately. I'd like to get the rest of it one day, but man, that is a big investment, and I'm not ready for that right now. So I'll just start with my favorite. Even though they ruined the logo, I don't know why it looks like that. The original logo is perfectly fine. Oh, see, Chainsaw Man just fell. That's exactly why that's there. Then also, while we're down here, only a few manga-related things. Got the One Piece Color Walks, Pirate Cookbook, or whatever, Sanji Cookbook, Ed, Zelda stuff. This isn't manga-related, but you know, there's a Dragon Ball art book here, Toriyama art book here, which I like. Demon Slayer, JoJo 6251, JoJo A Go-Go. Anything else? Oh yeah, this is a Star Wars, this is a bunch of mangaka drawing Star Wars. That's a good book. Junji Ito's Cat Diary. JJK Anime Guide. That's about it for manga-related stuff. But yeah, this is mostly video game stuff. I have the Ultimaniums for remake, 7 remake. Dragon Quest, I think, did I mention that? I don't know. Big Zelda and Final Fantasy fan, though. Okay, moving up to the top of the second shelf. This will be a quick one to get through because it's all One Piece for the most part. I'll talk about, I just got this. This is very recent, the Shanks SH Figure Arts. I really love this one. It's great. I'm a big Shanks fan. And I also have all of the little bonus manga from the box sets. That's how I decided to buy this series. You can tell I bought this relatively recently because it has the newer logos. But they've had those logos for a long time, so it's not like that recent. I think I bought this like 3 or 4 years ago now. But you know, and then there's also Wanted up there, which is a pretty recent release. Moving down to the second level, we got obviously more One Piece. I love One Piece. What can I say about One Piece? It's One Piece. Zoro, SH Figure Arts from East Blue. I have him in the 3000 Worlds pose. Great stuff. And then a little dude from Kura, the Japanese chain restaurant, when they had the One Piece collab. Down one more. Obviously, more One Piece. And I have Nami, the same East Blue Nami with the Kura thing. And then also I have a little standee that I got from an artist at MomoCon this past year. If I ever see that artist again at a different con, I'd probably pick up the rest of them. It's a really cute set. And now back to the floor. We have the rest of One Piece up to date, waiting on 109. And we also got One Piece Heroines, which is a pretty recent release. These are all light novels here. The Ace's Story, also a light novel series. Ace's Story manga version by Boichi, which I have thoughts on. Shokugeki no Sanji, pretty cool series there. And then we got Demon Slayer, another series I quite enjoy. This was very hard to pass up when the box set came out. I had to get it. I have the box down here, actually. I don't have all the boxes out and about, but I do have that one around for now, because I have space there. Yeah, great series. I also have a Gyu noodle stopper there on the shelf. I'm a big fan of noodle stoppers, as you'll be able to tell as we continue along. Moving along down here, we got the rest of Demon Slayer, and then also one of the little spin-off manga. I know there's a ton of Demon Slayer spin-off manga. This is the only one I've gotten to so far. I want to check out the rest. I hear some of them are pretty good, but a lot of them are just kind of like mediocre not worth reading, but you know, that's how it goes. So yeah, Demon Slayer, love it, great stuff. Love the anime. Can't wait for Infinity Castle. Then I got Twilight Princess. This is an absolutely incredible series, guys. If you're a Zelda fan, please check this out if you haven't. I love the Twilight Princess manga. I have the rest of it too. I'll talk about briefly here real quick. All the other Zelda manga, they're good reads, man, but Twilight Princess, that's the pinnacle. I don't think Akira Himekawa it's two people if you didn't know, but they're probably never going to do anything as good as this again. This is their magnum opus. I love it. It's the perfect Zelda manga, if you ask me. So great. Check it out if you haven't. So worth reading. And the coolest thing about this is it's one of very few manga that I actually like read volume to volume. Like I would wait for the volumes to come out. I bought this day one, volume one, and I bought every one since day one and just read them when they came out. Moving on from Zelda, we got Evangelion, the manga version, which is very good. I don't like it as much as the anime, but there are, if I could like combine the two, this is not an original take, everybody says this shit, but if, you know, there's things I like about the manga more and there's things I like about the anime more. If, you know, if somehow you could combine the two into a perfect version, that'd be ideal, but that is not what happened, obviously. But this is a great read for an Eva fan. Check it out. I also have a little, oh man, what is this thing called? I'm canceled as an Eva fan, I forget. Oh man, it starts with an R, I think. I'm cooked. Whatever. That was in a blind box a friend of mine got from Japan. It also had this little 3.0 like mini Blu-ray case. I don't know. It's whatever. It's neat, I guess. And we got Azumanga Daioh. Amazing series. I love it. Who doesn't love Azumanga Daioh? That's a must-have for anybody. By the way, if you haven't noticed, this is not an alphabetized collection because I don't believe in that garbage. Down here we got Pun Pun. Good night, Pun Pun. You know, if you know, you know. Horribly depressing series, but it's fantastic. It's a great read. Just don't read it if you are feeling depressed. I wouldn't recommend that. I did it, and you know, it's rough. But in some ways, it kind of helps because at least, you know, your life probably isn't as bad as Pun Pun's is. There's that. Then we have Monster. Incredible series, one of my all-time favorites. I mean, so is Pun Pun. These are both up there in my top 10 for sure. Love Monster. I hate the spines, though. Oh my god, I hate the spines. This release drives me nuts. They just... I hate it. The idea is to like have them facing forward, but who in the world can do that? Like, in what world can you have all of these facing forward? Unless I just put them on my coffee table. But what the hell? Who does that? Other than this release, I mean, it's a great release paper quality wise. Don't get me wrong there. It was a great read that way. I actually did read it physically. A lot of this stuff I did, but it just looks awful. I can't. That's why I have these at the bottom. This would be higher, but it just kind of, I don't know. These two look nice together, but I don't often like to look at these spines, unlike most others I have. So they're down here. But Monster's incredible. Check it out if you haven't. Great read. All right, now we're onto the corner shelf, which is actually the newest shelf I got. Because I wanted to, you know, I mean, I had these shelves, you know, obviously lined up in this corner, but I wanted to fill the gap. And this was perfect. I absolutely love it. This is my favorite shelf setup I have ever had. It is just so nice to look at. And on this, you know, it's kind of, I'm still filling it out, trying to figure out what I want to do with it exactly. It's so new. So I just kind of put like random series on here that I don't have fit in anywhere else. Starting off up here, I have the Parasite full color hardcover editions, and these are beautiful. This is a absolutely incredible release. But guess what? I haven't read it yet. I have the whole thing, but I haven't read it. But I have watched Parasite the Maxim, the newer anime adaptation, and it's phenomenal. So I will get around to this eventually. I bought it because, I mean, I know I'm going to want to read it, and this looks so damn good on the shelf. Dude, how could you pass this up? That is just absolutely beautiful. Then, on a similar note, back to back, you know, I think I'm noticing the theme of this shelf now that I'm thinking about it. Cheese Sweet Home. Guess who hasn't read it? Yeah, it's me. I did not read this yet, but I really want to. I love cats, obviously. And a cat manga sounds incredible. I bought this actually right after I read Junji Ito's Cat Diary because I love that so much. I just wanted to read more manga about cats. So I picked this up. It's very cute. I haven't read it. And then Blade of the Immortal, the first deluxe edition. Beautiful release. Haven't read it yet. So what can be said? I don't know. Yeah, if you can't tell, I think the theme of this shelf is things I haven't read. And I'm looking down, and yeah, that is mostly true. A lot of this I haven't read, but let's get into it. Here I have a little setup of just the, what is this, the second? Yeah, this is the second One Piece box set, and then I have the first volume in Japanese, which I got from a friend who lives in Japan. Shout out to Nicholas. Down here, got Ashita no Joe. Haven't read it. Beautiful release. This I'm going to read, though. I don't know. I'll get around to it. Like, oh man, we have a lot out, honestly. These are thick volumes, so I could get through a lot. I don't know how many of these there's going to be, but I'm going to keep buying it, and I will read it. I've heard incredible things about it. I already know how it ends, unfortunately, but who cares? It won't ruin the experience. Then Blue Box. I have read this. I love Blue Box. This is one of my favorites. It's just, I have it displayed here. I don't know why. It just kind of looks nice here, I guess. It's like right behind my head when I'm sitting in the chair, so that's nice. Over here I have the second Naruto box set, just because it's horizontal. It fits here. And then I also have the Memorial Edition of Volume 41 of Berserk, which is the final volume that was done by Miura. Just a nice little display piece to have here. I plan on keeping it sealed. I can't read it anyways. It's in Japanese. Down here, continuing the trend of the big three on display here, I got the first Bleach box set because it's the only horizontal one, just like these ones. And then beside it, Hellsing. Amazing series. Very, very good. This release is incredible. Obviously, it's a deluxe edition. Yeah. Couldn't recommend it enough. I haven't seen the anime yet. I really want to, though. I think Hellsing Ultimate is the one to watch. That's actually an adaptation of the manga. Great read. Great release. Hell yeah. Then right beside it, I have another Dragon Ball release. Is the Vizbig version. I got this from a friend who bought it and didn't want it anymore. I kept it because, I mean, this, you can argue this is the best way to read it because it has the best paper quality, but, it's just another release in my favorite series, whatever. I'll gladly have it on my shelf. Then there's this Giorno acrylic stand I got from the Jump online store. It's pretty cool. Just, it says Golden Wind instead of Gold Experience, which is a shame, but what can you do? It's neat, though. I like it. And then back there, what even is that? Oh, I got Star Wars manga. This was the first one ever, The Legend of Luke Skywalker or whatever. It's fine. I don't know. It's okay. And then Land of the Illustrious Volume 1, which I haven't read, but I plan on reading it eventually. Then there's a little Brook compilation volume. It's Japanese. It's like Brook's best moments or whatever, because he's my favorite Straw Hat, which I got at a Kinokuniya in Chicago, I think. Moving down a level, here we have the rest of the Fujimoto lineup, starting with Look Back and Goodbye Aerie. Incredible. Those are both masterpieces, some of the best things he's ever done. Followed by Fire Punch, which is also very good. A little less good than the rest of his stuff, but I mean, this was his first. And I mean, it's also a lot of merit. It's really great. I'd recommend it if you're a Fujimoto fan. It gets really insane, as you would expect. Then there's just another One Piece box set displayed here just because it's horizontal. It's just filling space for now. This will be like the first thing to go once I get stuff to fill this space out. And then here's the holy grail of things I haven't read. This is I haven't read any of this, which is hilarious. I got first volume of Gunsmith Cats. I think this is just going to be 3 omnibuses. I don't know. I'll get this released and I'll probably just read it all back to back once it's all out. Initial D. I think I'm 1 volume behind, but this is something I really want to read. I bought this simply because I started buying this simply because I was at the Kinokuniya in Atlanta, or in Duluth, I guess, and they had an exclusive version of Volume 1, which came with this cool postcard, which I just really wanted. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. And then I just started buying the rest of the series, and I will read it eventually, but that's not today. But there's that postcard. It's cool. That's not a real signature. It's on there, but it's cool. And then some random volumes of Slam Dunk, which I've acquired over various methods and people. I'll read Slam Dunk one day, I promise. But I can only read the first volume, really. Everything else is so late. Actually, I have like almost the whole. Is 30 the final volume? I don't know. I'm not a slam dunk. No, that's not the final volume. Yeah, I have a decent amount of it in a row. It's just all like the end of the series. That's not really helpful. Down here, I have some Japanese volumes here that I also got at Kinokuniya, where there's my favorite Hunter x Hunter volume, volume 24, followed by the final Steel Ball Run volume, the first JoJolion volume, the last JoJolion volume, and the first JoJolions volume. I don't know. They're cool. I don't know. I don't know why I bought them. They're cool though. Loop on the Third, Greatest Hits. These are cool. I have read these just because I was curious about the original manga. I'm a big Lupin fan. I've been slowly working my way through a lot of the anime. And I just, I wanted to see where it all started. And this is a good way to do it. Someday I'd like to read like the whole thing, but it's kind of hard to find in good quality. All the scans online are pretty bad looking. This is a nice way to just get a taste of what the manga was like. And it's cool. I really like these releases. It's a neat little thing. It's just, if you want to experience Lupin in a all that fell in like a bite-sized manner, then that's the way to do it. Then we have Akira Toriyama's Manga Theater. Is like pretty much everything else Toriyama ever did, other than like his published series. Well, some of these were published too, but just like one-shots, short series. The pilot for Dragon Ball's in here, Dragon Boy. Very cool release. It's super. That's all gonna fall. Yep. Super high quality hardcover. Very, very nice release. I love this a lot. Then there's Witches. Haven't read it. I bought it because the cover was cool and the art looks neat. I'll read it someday. Maybe like at Halloween one of these days. I'll check it out. I don't know much about it. This was a total blind buy, which I don't often do, but I sure did it for this. All You Need Is Kill. Read it very recently, actually. Love it. Great stuff. Cool stuff. Then we have my ace section. Asexual. I'm asexual. Hi. This is I Want to Be a Wall and Is Love the Answer. Both just little series about asexual experiences and whatnot. Cool stuff. If you ever want to educate yourself on being asexual when you're not asexual, I'd really recommend Is Love the Answer. It'll teach you a lot about what it means. It's a little, it's not perfect. There's definitely some inaccuracies in it, but it's an impressive effort. It's nice to see. I'm just glad that there are asexual manga in general. It's nice. Then there is Leia. I haven't read this. It's Star Wars. I probably bought this during one of my like Star Wars phases, and yeah, I'll read it eventually. It looks cool. Then we have Death Note. Very old release of it. Obviously, we have this Shonen Jump Advanced logo, and now I wish I could say this is like a childhood manga that I've had forever, but no. This is actually, I bought this very recently at MomoCon in Atlanta. They have the whole series with that Shonen Jump Advanced logo just on the table at the manga library at MomoCon. And man, I was just like, hell yeah, let's just do it. Like, when am I ever going to find that again? That's so cool. And then also the Death Note one-shot thing. It's like, I think there's like 2 chapters in here. I forget exactly. It's just like short story collection. Yeah, Death Note short stories. Duh. Those are very good. I'd recommend this if you're a Death Note fan. Then at the bottom here, just 2 more One Piece box sets. I don't know. I guess I have them all displayed here. Not entirely on purpose, but they're here for now. Obviously, this is just space waiting to be filled. Continuing along beyond the corner shelf, we have my Big 3 shelf. I'm a huge fan of the Big 3. In a perfect world, I'd have One Piece alongside it, but it's just not possible because One Piece is way too long. It's like the same size as both of these series combined, just about. Well, a little less than that, but it's dangerously close. But obviously, first up we have Bleach. Again, box sets. I got an extremely good deal on the box sets. I actually got Bleach very, very recently. This is the newest thing. This is one of the newest like complete series I bought, other than Death Note. Death Note is the newest, and then yeah, this is right before that. Believe it or not, I got this entire thing, the whole series, for $150. How could I pass it up? That's just insane. So I also have the anniversary edition of Volume 1. Love Bleach. They look very nice on the shelf, obviously. Then I also had the light novels, which I had before, actually, with the intention to read them, and never did. I'll get around to it. Can't Fear Your Own World. I've heard great things. I will read it eventually, I promise. Burn the Witch, obviously. More Bleach. Volume 1. Will there ever be a Volume 2? I'm starting to doubt it. I don't really know. Then we got Naruto. I've had this for quite some time. Just kind of had to fill in some gaps and whatnot. I ended up, well, I actually sold some to just buy a box set to replace it, but this was still a few years ago that I did all that. But yeah, it's Naruto. Love Naruto. I also have a little figure here. Oh, I forgot to point out, up here with the Bleach, I also have this little acrylic stand. It's kind of mid. I thought this would be way cooler when I bought it. This is from the Jump store in Japan. I didn't get it in Japan. But at a convention I went to, somebody was there selling stuff from the Jump store, and this is one of them, and it's kind of mid. But it's the only like Bleach merch I have. But yeah, got this Naruto figure. I like it. It's cool. There's definitely a lot more Naruto figures I'd like to get one day. Oh, I gotta talk about the top of the shelf too. I'll do that at the end, I guess. I'll be up all Naruto, then the volume 73 effectively. Then we got Sasuke's story and Konoha's story, both really nice spin-off like sequel series to the original. I really enjoy these. I had to get them physically. They're just nice little stories. Like whenever I eventually decide to reread Naruto, I'll definitely tack these onto the end because they're fun little additions to the lore that I really like. Then we have Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. I don't have the Naruto Next Generations, like the original manga. Someday I'll backfill it. I didn't. I know I was. It's kind of it's like the most 6 out of 10 manga ever. I don't know if I'll get haters for that or anything, but I really prefer the anime of Boruto for the most part. I don't know if that's blasphemy or whatever, but Two Blue Vortex is good. I wanted to start collecting it just as it came out because I knew I'd regret not getting it. Like I do kind of not. I regret not having Boruto, like the original now. I will get it eventually. I'll backfill it, but I don't know when at all. That's kind of low on my priority list at the moment, but it's on my priority list at the very least. It'll happen one day. All right, moving along to the final shelf, and obviously that bottom shelf is just that Demon Slayer box that if you forgot, just space waiting to be filled. This is my eye candy shelf. This is all my beautiful deluxe editions and hardcover releases, starting off with Full Metal Alchemist. Oh my god, this release is just stunning. I know there's issues with the text peeling off on the spines. I have not been affected by that yet. I've had these for quite some time. Nothing yet, and I have read them too. Not all of them. I'm up to here, but I've watched the anime. This is something I've been working on reading very slowly. Obviously, I'm only on volume 7 of 18, but I'll get through it. I love Fullmetal Alchemist, and yeah, this release is just stunning. It's absolutely worth getting. I love it so much. Again, if a lot of people have reported the issues with the spines, I guess like you can kind of see it starting to come off, maybe, but I don't know. Oh yeah, it definitely is actually wearing off a little bit. It's actually wearing off a little bit up there, but whatever. It looks nice. I love it regardless. I'll just, try to be careful with all of your manga, but these especially, I guess you kind of just have to be a little gentle with because they could cause some problems. Great release though. I also have the 20th anniversary book, which is really cool. A Girl on the Shore by Asano, who did Pun Pun. Haven't read it yet. I bought it right after I read Pun Pun. I'll get around to it. It's a really nice hardcover release, though. A little bit of Junji Ito stuff. No Longer Human. Haven't read it. I bought it because it's a really nice release. I'll get this out of the way real quick. It's a little Haikyuu standee I got. This was the same artist that did the Nami standee that I showed off earlier. This one. I was a huge fan of their stuff. I kind of splurged on their booth. I bought a ton of stuff. I don't think I have anything else to show off from them on this shelf, but elsewhere there's a bunch. But yeah, I haven't read No Longer Human, and then I have Black Paradox, which is my favorite Junji Ito story. I had to get it physically. I read it digitally, like online first, but I had to pick this one up because I really like it. This is my favorite. Kind of an underrated manga of his. I've read a ton of his manga, but of all of them, that's my favorite. Then there's the Spokishibe Rohan. Have not read it, but I have it, and I will read it eventually. Oh, I have these backwards. Wow, look at that. Let me fix that. There, that's better. Knocking over Haikyuu. Come on now. And I don't own Haikyuu, by the way, but I have this. I love Haikyuu. I've only seen the anime. I know. Don't hate. I'll read it one day. Manga and Theory and Practice by Araki. This is a book. I've read some of it, but not all of it. It's a cool read, though. It's very insightful to just, his philosophies on making manga. Then we have one of my favorite manga releases of all time. I think this is super underrated. I don't see this in enough people's collections. This needs to be, people need to buy this more. It's fantastic. This is Fist of the North Star. Amazing manga series, at least most of it. I think up to about here, I think. This is where the series should have ended, if you ask me. But then it keeps going. Or wait, when does the Rao stuff happen? I don't know. I forget. I don't know. Whatever. Whenever Rao content ends, that's when the series should have ended. But then it keeps going. And you can still have fun with the rest of it. We're missing one volume. This hasn't come out yet, volume 18. I left that spot open right for it. It's going to fit in perfectly, and I cannot wait. It's so cool. I didn't know for the longest time. I bought these as they came out, what these blood splatters were going to be, but it's very clearly obvious now that it's going to be, it's going to be the constellation. Love it. This is a great release. I also have this another noodle stopper of Kenshiro right in front of it. Of course, how could I not? I got Berserk, the deluxe editions, of course. Every manga collector has this. No surprise here. Got it all. And a Guts Figma. You've seen this a million times. What am I going to say? It's one of the best manga releases of all time. It's just incredible. I love Berserk. I love this release. Thank God for Dark Horse for doing this and starting this trend, which will continue right here with Vinland Saga. This is the Kodansha version of their take on the deluxe editions. And man, they are beautiful. I love these so much. I don't like that the colors keep alternating, but hopefully by the time it's over, it'll look nice. I'll start to see the vision. I haven't done the math, but I feel like it might end up being uneven. It won't be two for each color by the end. I don't know. I just would have preferred a stagnant color, but it is what it is. Still, paper quality incredible. This faux leather is amazing. I actually, in some ways, I like it more than the Berserk one. Incredible stuff. Vinland Saga is one of my favorite series of all time. This is the best way to read it. Obviously, if you plan on reading Vinland Saga and you have the money to afford these, please get them. They are absolutely worth it. There's so much good bonus material too, stuff that you'll never find anywhere else. Just one of my favorite manga releases of all time. It's just perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better release. Then, Tao Pai Pai. Love this SH figure art. It's one of my favorite things. It was a gift from a friend. I don't know why I have it down here. I think it's just because he's so tall, he doesn't really fit on the other shelves, so he's here. Vagabond. Would you guys believe it? I haven't read this. I know, it's blasphemy, but I had to get it because obviously I'm going to read Vagabond one day. It'll happen. Sooner rather than later, honestly, because these are always tempting me. Oops. But I had to pick these up as they came out because I knew it would be one of those things I'll regret one day if I don't get them. And I'm already glad I have them, even though I'm not a fan yet. I will be a fan very soon, I promise. This is Viz's take on the deluxe edition, so they joined in on the trend too. Man, they killed it too. They're all nailing it. I just love these things. I want to get deluxe editions forever. They need to keep making them. God, these are so good. I'm spoiling myself. I don't even know what's going on. Beautiful, stunning. What can you say? And then technically, one of the first deluxe editions to ever exist, the Nazca of the Valley of the Wind big boy version. I don't think these are actually called deluxe editions, but they basically are. They're about the same size. They're actually a little bigger. Haven't read them. I'll read them eventually. I know. But I bought this quite a while. I've had this for so long, and I still haven't read it. But I will. It's Hayao Miyazaki. It's so cool that it exists at all. Whenever I do read this will definitely be a video I make, by the way. I'd love to talk about this in depth after I read it. But great release. This is like a staple. This is another thing that a lot of manga collectors have in their collections, and I can't be alone in not having read it. Then down here on the very bottom, this is mostly graphic novels, but I do also have Shonen Jump issues, like American ones from my childhood. Yeah, from 2003, 2004, 5, 6, 11, and 12. Some of these I also bought from a store in Ohio, I believe. So they're not all my childhood versions, but a lot, like half of them are, I think. Super cool. I lost a lot of them, but these are the ones I managed to salvage. And then I have the only Japanese issue of Jump I have, which is just one that happened to be on the shelf when I went to Kinokuniya in Chicago. And yeah, it's super nice. I just love having an issue of Jump. If I ever, I have a Kinokuniya locally, but they don't often have Jump in stock. Unlike that Chicago one I went to, just had like tons of copies. So, I'll get them when I can. Then there's just graphic novels. There's a bunch of Batman stuff, Watchmen, Godzilla, TMNT Ronin, the Avatar comics, like deluxe version. These are cool. More Avatar stuff. I have a few little books. Nothing crazy. I got Dune, Planet of the Apes. FF7 On the Way to a Smile. FF7 Traces to Pass. Gamer, nerd shit, whatever. Real quick before I show off those Blu-rays, briefly, let's talk about the figures on top. These are my Figure Art Zeros. I love Figure Art Zeros. I have more actually over here, but these are my favorite figures ever. I have Trunks and 2 Gohans. Gohan from Cell and Gohan Beast. Beautiful, stunning, love them. My favorite figures. Over here, got a Luffy and Gear 2 from Marineford. The Fighters Collector's Edition Goku, which is super cool. It's the only Goku figure I have, actually, surprisingly. Oh, no, it's not, technically. Shanks SH Figure Arts. I love Shanks, as you can see. This is him doing Divine Departure when he destroyed Kid. Got a Piccolo figure that was a gift from Nicholas again, the friend from Japan who got me this. These 2 figures, the Broly and Gogeta that I bought like right after, like this was like the first merch that was available for Broly, the movie. Looking at them now, I barely like them. They're fine, but these will be the first to go, once I get other things to display up here. They're fine though. And I have this cool Shonen Jump Gear 5 logo that I got from, it was like a limited time thing on the online Jump store, the American one, with a Gear 5 figure behind it, which just perfectly lines up. I love how that looks so much. And it was just like total happenstance that happened. It's perfect though. I'd recommend anybody that has this, that got this, get this figure. It's like, come on, it looks like it was made for it. Then we have a Megumi SH Figure Arts, we have a Megumi Figure Art Zero. Awesome stuff when he did his domain expansion for the first time. One of my favorite Megumi moments. Jolene from the All-Star Battle R Collector's Edition. Cool figure. And then behind it, I have a print that I got signed by Kira Buckland. I got to do a quote. You can't really see that, but it's a quote from Smash Flash.
Choose your character.
Because that's the thing I know her most from. Law figure. It was also a gift. I really like this one, though. I'm a big fan of Law. Long ass leg. Look at that thing. I can rip that. I can use him as a weapon. Then awesome figure here. One of my favorite One Piece moments. Whitebeard versus Roger from the Odin flashback. Peak. Unbelievably cool. Oh my god, I love it. Then a similar thing, which is, happenstance again. The Sparking Zero Collector's Edition figure. Goku and Broly, a thing that never happened, but it's cool. It's not as nice looking as the other one, but it's cool. And behind it, I have Ryo Horikawa, signed CD that I got at MomoCon. See, there's 2Cage. He was really fascinated by my name when I talked to him because it's an unusual name. He pronounced it as Keiji, which was cool. I like that. Fun little moment. Now, before we even look at the Blu-rays themselves, which, I mean, obviously people probably don't really care about that a whole lot, but they're here. I might as well show them off. Little figures on top of that shelf. Also the straw hat wood burning thing I have. Then from the One Piece Music Symphony that I went to, actually just a couple days ago as of filming this, I just got this merch, the CD and this conductor's baton, which is super sick, even though they got the order of the straw hats wrong, which is really bugging me, but what can you do? Then from the Sandland Collector's Edition, we have the We have the Beelzebub SH Figure Arts. Cool stuff. Kirby Nendoroid, which I love. The hands are like magnets. I'm not going to move it right now, but it's cool. And then this little logo. I don't even remember where I got that, to be honest. Then the Yusuke SH Figure Arts with Pooh. Love it. Now briefly, just to talk about it, just in case anybody was curious about what's on this shelf. Just a bunch of anime Blu-rays. Avatar, Korra, Berserk, which I swapped out to have a red Blu-ray case. I love that a lot. Bobo, all the Castlevania Netflix series, Don, that's the newest thing I got. All of Demon Slayer, Dragon Ball Z Kai, all of it. All the movies, all of Super, all the Super movies. I have Superhero 3 times because of the different box arts and stuff. I'm a loser. Evangelion, very nice release. Advent Children, Fist of the North Star. These are the OVAs and movies, which I haven't watched yet. I just bought them because I'm a sucker. Hunter x Hunter. Obviously, I love Hunter x Hunter. Incredible series. And the movies, which are complete garbage. But I have them anyways, because I'm a loser and a sucker. JJK. Got all the, I got Hidden Inventory, Chapter 0, Volume 0, whatever. Season 1, Season 2. Bunch of Lupin stuff. Some Ghibli stuff. I got Mononoke, Totoro, Grave of the Fireflies, and then Naruto on Blu-ray. Naruto Shippuden on Blu-ray. All of it that's released so far. Which, there's a lot to go still. You can see by these kunai. That's going to take a long time. The Naruto movies. Then we got Boruto. And I'm actually missing one Boruto. Can you guys figure out which one it is? Probably not, because they stopped numbering them after 5, which is really annoying. I am missing one just by complete happenstance. I got most of these as a gift. And then I kind of like filled in the rest afterwards. And the person that bought them for me as a gift just kind of didn't realize that they forgot to buy one. And I never backfilled it. Actually, I did backfill one. They forgot to get 2, but I bought one of them. Can you figure out which one I'm missing? Tell me. I'd love to know. I bet you can't. Without looking it up. Don't look it up, because that's cheating. Tell me, without looking it up, what set of episodes am I missing? You can't do it. Here's the One Piece section. A bunch of movies. I don't have the show, because, my God, I don't have the shelf space for that, or the money. And most of it's DVDs anyways, and I'm not about to buy DVDs. Then we got Sonic X, the Japanese version, which I have not watched. I just bought it because I knew I will watch it one day. Soul Eater, complete series. I love Soul Eater. Spy Family, Code White, the movie. I bought this on a whim because it was like, I think it was like marked down at a Walmart. I just was like, well, hell yeah, why not? Street Fighter 2, the movie, banger. Yu Yu Hakusho, complete series. And then here's non-anime stuff. I'm into kaiju stuff too. So there's all the Gamera movies, all the Godzilla movies, literally every single one. King Kong. And then I got Lord of the Rings, some Mega 64 stuff, Sonic movies, Star Wars garbage. Showa collection. There's an Ultraman plush, Batman animated series, and then down here I have some soundtracks. I got Best of Soul Eater, Best of Naruto, Best of Bleach, all the Demon Slayer soundtracks, One Piece Film Z. What is this one? Oh, it's Gamera. Yu Yu Hakusho CD. I love this. It's very nice. And then just some other like boxes there. So that ends the section of things that you did not click on this video to look at, but there's the manga once again, one last sweeping shot of my beautiful display here. And yes, there is a lot that I still have to read. That's very apparent, and I think about it all the time. And I will get to it, I promise. Everything that I, like you, Parasite, I promise, buddy, I'll get to you one day. Same with you, Cheese Sweet Home. Oh no. One Piece fell. Yeah, I'm looking forward to filling out the shelves more, getting more things. There's obviously always things I want to get. I want to get more. I want to get more of Urasawa's stuff because I love monsters so much. I haven't read any more of his stuff, but I really want to read Pluto and 20th Century Boys. Tons of other things I want to read and buy. Tons of things coming out that I'm excited to start collecting. Kingdom, Baki, I'm probably going to start getting. Exciting stuff on the horizon. And if you decide to stick around with this channel, you'll get to see that slowly grow over time, as well as hear other things. But I'll let the me in the chair tell you a little bit more about that as we change back to the chair shot, the famous, iconic, worldwide trending chair shot. Pretty neat, huh? This is everything I've amassed over like 10-ish years of collecting. I hope you enjoyed checking all this stuff out, and I hope to see you guys stick around for future videos. I do Shonen Jump reviews every week, and I do other manga related topics just whenever I finish the videos or come up with a decent idea. So keep an eye out for that. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in whatever you decide to watch next.